Hi YouTube, it's Catherine Michelle. It's been a while and a few people, actually several, have written me either emails or left comments on other videos or sent Facebook messages, etc. asking me to do a follow-up to my stance on COVID-19 or SARS-CoV-2. And they've all been wondering, do I still feel the same way? And some are initially asking what my stance was. Well, here's my take on it. I haven't changed my opinion whatsoever. The one thing I am glad that I don't have to hear anymore is it's just the flu. Oh my gosh, at the beginning when people were saying that, I'm telling you, if I could have jumped through the screen and beat the crap out of everybody who said that, I would have done so. Yeah, I mean, the stupid remarks like that, and yeah, I say stupid, and I hold no, there's no holds barred at this point, because people now, if you think back at the very beginning, there were a few people who truly took it serious. The vast majority were going, government ploy, it's a hoax, it's just the flu, with all this BS and garbage that was being spouted by doctors and professionals. And I use those terms loosely because they should not even have a degree if this is what they are saying. And it was pathetic how many jumped on that bandwagon. Now people are still jumping on a new bandwagon being, it's all about taking your rights away. I ask everybody out there, what right have you lost? What have you lost? I can't think of one. I can still go to my grocery store and buy food. I can still leave my house when I want to. Guess what? Just for poops and giggles, I even went out and said, hey, let me see if I can buy ammunition, because some people were going, you can't buy guns and ammunition. Even though our president is saying, you know, get your guns, get your ammunition, protect yourself, they're still going, oh, no, it's, you know, the Rothschilds are taking over. It's, you know, the elite, it's the Illuminati, and everybody's going to take your rights away. So I went out and said, hey, let me see if there's some truth to any of this. I had no issue buying ammunition. Now, I did run into an issue trying to find the gun that goes with the ammunition, not because I couldn't buy one, because it was against the law, but I couldn't buy one because everybody bought them out. So I'm like, what have you lost? There's no loss there. You haven't lost anything. You have been asked, I'm speaking in general as a whole to the United States. I can't speak for other countries, but I can speak for the United States. You have been asked to wear a mask. Now I'll talk about that in a minute, because I fought that too, because working in an ER, I know that masks protect the public from you, but not you from the public. Everybody knows that when you're in the medical field. So I'm like, why bother if not everybody's going to wear one? I'll address that again in a minute. Oh, jeez, here I went on a rant and I forgot. But I better go back and listen to figure out where I was going. Hold on. Okay, I went back and listened and caught up. What have we been asked? You've been asked to wear a mask in public. You've been asked to stay 6 feet away from people. You've been asked not to go out unless it's absolutely necessary. You've been asked not to congregate. And yes, businesses have been shut down due to this virus. And damn our president, and I'm being facetious here, damn our president for trying to take care of your life. You know, you bitch and moan when you have a president who doesn't give a shit. You bitch and moan when there's a president who absolutely screws over the country. Now you're going to bitch and moan when there's a president who's trying to save your ass. You people can't be satisfied. No, and I'm like, what is your malfunction? Seriously, what's your malfunction? The staying the 6 feet apart, in case most people have fallen off the turnip truck and they're off, they're flying on some other conspiracy bandwagon. It's because the droplets tend to travel, they have found, at least that far. Unfortunately, it's also been found that they can hang in the air for a whole lot longer. So if you're walking through, so it's just a precaution. And none of this, oh, we're being told we need human contact. I'm sorry. But before all this, how many times did you see Americans going up to each other and just stand? Oh, except for those who are bubble invaders. And most of us would tell them, back off, here in my space. And now when you actually are given a space, you want to complain? There's no making you people happy. None. They try to save your life, you complain. They try to take things from you, you complain. You have to go to work, you complain. You get a vacation, you complain. You want more time with your kids because you have to work, you complain. You get time off work to spend more time with your kids, you complain. Y'all make me sick. Those of you who are doing this, you make me sick. You have made America look like a pissy ass, whiny, entitled bastards. That's what you've made our country look like. No, I don't care. If I hurt your feelings, don't care. Not at all. And these so-called doctors, oh, why am I this doctor's being banned? They're being censored. No, their videos are being taken down because they're asshole idiots. They spout this crap about, especially these two doctors who are wannabe, oh, we're so smart and we work in an ER or wherever the case may be. And half the stuff they say is bullshit. But since you guys don't work in the medical field, you don't know it's bullshit. And it's taken down because they're full of bullshit. You don't everybody has here's the thing. At the beginning, they're like, the people were at opposite ends. The pendulum was here and a pendulum was here, and most people were here and the other section was over here. Now what they have not seen is that they've heard enough crap from both sides that now they're all agreeing on the same thing. What do we call that? Dichotomy. You create the problem, you create another problem, and then you create the solution, and everybody then caves and gives away logical thinking so they can all come to a happy medium. Most of them don't even see the left and the right, or the conspiracy versus non-conspiracy. They don't even see that they're on the same line now. Vast majority of them are absolutely devoid of logical and independent thought. They think they're thinking independently, but they're not. Now, the other point being, now I do wear masks, mainly because of my health issues, but also, when I first saw that plandemic, I'm like, okay, some of what that Dr. Mikovits said made a lot of sense. Okay, we know it has been stated from the beginning that this virus did not come from some stupid bat in a wet market. It was proven that they weren't even selling the animals that this supposedly came from in the wet market that was close to Wuhan, that was close to the lab, etc., etc., etc. That was all proven to be a big false fabrication on the part of China, on the part of anybody else. I don't know, don't care at this point because they're all lying. Everybody, they're all lying. Now, so when I listened to her at first, and she's like, well, yeah, okay, and if you have it, you're breathing it in, and you're breathing it in, and so you're taking in a higher viral load. And at first, I'm like going, wait a minute, okay, that kind of makes sense. And then I thought about it. It's like, wait a second. That doesn't make sense. Here's why. Because anyone who is contagious with anything should wear a mask. I don't care if you have TB, if you have SARS-CoV-2, which is causing COVID-19. I don't care what you have. If you are contagious, you need to wear a mask. And by wearing that mask, yes, you're going to be breathing in and out your own particles. That's just the way it goes. And so to not wear a mask because of that is not only stupid, but it's illogical. Makes no sense. And again, if everybody, you look at the countries who actually started to do better, the U.S., we suck at this point. Absolutely, we are the top of the totem pole and we suck. We have 5-6 million cases. We have almost 100,000 deaths. Really? And it can all be brought down to because Americans can't be bothered with doing what they need to do to protect their fellow citizens. They don't want to because it's inconvenient for them. How shameful. That's pathetic and shameful. So yeah, I think my stance on this is a little more aggressive at this point, just because I am appalled, absolutely appalled to be living in America at this point in time, because you've got these left-ass Democrats who, no matter what the president says, now I didn't vote for Trump. And I sure as hell wouldn't have voted for Hillary because of the shit that she has done and has been proven in her sexual abuse of children. Sorry, all you people. Anybody who votes for her, or Biden, who goes around making inappropriate, getting too close to little kids who are backing away, and he still pulls them close, and their parents don't even tell them to back off. Okay, that's a whole nother ballgame. You've got the Democrats who are tearing this man apart. You've got so-called Republicans who want to kiss his ass even when he makes a mistake. Now, granted, the man can't be perfect, but at least you have to say he's tried his best to try to set a standard here in America to keep this virus from spreading. Now, should he have known better at the beginning? Yeah, because it was out there, but we don't know his schedule. We, as everyday American citizens, don't know what that man has to read and look at and do every day. So it's easy for us to sit back and go, you should have been reading those reports. For all we know, he was busy reading reports on how to stop a war with somebody. We don't know this. So to say he should have known is probably judgmental. Okay, I'll admit it, it's judgmental, but I still say he should have known. But the fact is he still has been trying. And now that he's like, okay, he's kowtowing and he's caving. Okay, Americans are being too busy protesting, that he's now caving. And because of that caving, what's going to happen in another 2 to 3 weeks? We don't know. But it might not be good. Last point I want to address before I stop this, because I could rant on this all day, is the idiotic statement being, people should realize by now, they're so stupid, you need to make people see that the death rate's only 5%. This coming from mathematicians, accountants, instructors, medical doctors, and just little armchair peons. This is the stupidest thing I've ever freaking heard. Please stop this argument. Because if you were to look at the death rate right now, among the closed cases, you can't consider a death rate among all open cases. Why? Because some of those cases are not all going to be okay. And that's what you're basing your little 1%, point whatever percent you're coming up with. You can't do that. Look at your closed cases. Right now, the death rate among closed cases, being either they have recovered or they died, is 13%. The death rate is 13%. Good news to that, a month ago it was 21%. So it's coming down. Now, we won't know the complete death rate until everybody has recovered. Just about everybody has recovered. And at that point, then a true death rate percentage will be able to be obtained. Until then, that number is going to go up and down every day. It's going to fluctuate every day. So stop thinking you're some smart, clever, king of the hill because you can post some freaking ass meme or quote some dumbass doctor who wants his 15 minutes of fame. And think about what you just posted. Death rate's not known. Severity in all cases, not known. There's a good idea that a lot of people do okay. A good idea that if you get severe, your chances are going to be a little bit worse. But it's a new virus. We're still learning. My take on this and what my advice is to everybody, stop trying to come up with a final answer for a situation that has only just begun. Stop it. We don't know. We can't know. We won't know until it's over.